All right, hey, this is Tori again. John's standing in the way. This is my buddy John from Bastion Firearms, and he's going to help me get this trigger in. Like I said, I've never done one. He's done them. So we're going to get this trigger. I'm going to put the camera up so you can see what we're doing there. So we'll get all that adjusted, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, I hope we're good to go, John. I hope everybody can see this okay, camera angle and everything. And we do have a video going to kind of, like, so neither one of us have done the PDP. So we've got a video instruction here. We're just kind of going through.
All right, so the first pin, you're going to want a 3/30 seconds punch. If you use too big of a punch, you're going to end up cracking your frame, and that's never good. That came out. And that just rotates out. There's a little hook.
Oh, okay, okay.
So when it goes in, it just kind of rotates in. So
okay,
just kind of rotate that out. All right, from there, we got to get the takedown lever. There we go. All right, and then this is under pressure here, so if you're not careful, that will
spring out,
fly out.
Okay.
So. All right, so now get this back pin out.
That's just a roll pin, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just a roll pin in the back.
Okay.
Comes out back here. It's what holds the striker assembly in back here in the back. And then
now I know when I watched the video from Walther, they said there is a spring in there. If you're not careful, it will.
Yeah, there's several of them in here for some reason. I don't know why they put so many in, but oh. Okay, hold on. When I said that was spring loaded,
Right.
just put your finger over that so it doesn't come out. Then this pin just comes out, and then
just ease it out.
Let that off.
Okay.
Key is too.
Ooh, don't lose that.
That little spring. So I'm gonna put that in there.
Okay.
So we'll.
And then is that what brings off that little bar, or does that come off? Oh, it is off.
That's just a little spring. Yeah, that's all. That's what we drove out the first time.
Okay, I didn't get it out because I'm being a retard. There you go. And
this little roll pin here.
This has to come out. I'm trying to figure out what I can get out.
Another little roll pin right in the front.
Okay.
Right the trigger right here.
All right.
Again, I don't do too many of these. There you go. Wow. So then you pull this out. Imagine how that comes out when you pull all the pins out. Trigger housing. Okay. Now you can.
Well. All right, we'll back this up just a touch.
There you go.
That's what I thought you did.
Wow.
Snapping all that out.
Pull this out. Imagine how that comes out when you pull all the pins
All the
out.
pins out.
Trigger housing. Okay. Now you can leave it in there. I would.
This is the part that just supposed to just come right out. You know how that goes, right?
Yep.
There it goes.
There it goes. My gun's not the cleanest gun, so it's probably gooky.
You never cleaned anything. That's probably what the problem is.
It's only 2,000 rounds, and I cleaned it out a little bit last night.
So this little spring here If you lose that, you're pretty much done. So
Okay.
go ahead and take that out. And when it goes back in, it just goes back in this hole here.
And turn it.
Weave it around, and it's got to go in that little hole right there.
Okay.
So we put that back in. We'll do that. Little bitty part goes over there.
Okay.
So I'm not losing little bitty parts.
No. It's the only gun I got.
He lost his spring.
So
see
now
how it goes in there. It curves back. See how it goes in there. Okay. And then this guide rod bar, trigger guide bar, I think it's called. That comes right out. So you gotta be careful with that. You have to be careful with that. There you go.
come on.
Again, here's
You
the
can come out.
Overwatch. It comes with this spring and this right here. So it goes in that little
Okay.
right there.
And triggers out.
So bitch trying to
And
get
it is
this on
gunky.
here.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
So it goes in there like that. See that guide bar? Again, that falls out.
Okay.
All right.
There is the new trigger.
Fun times.
That's not in camera.
Oh,
I don't know. Let's see. There it
figure it
goes.
out
There it is. Now it's in camera. I can see it on my watch.
all right. I'm not a professional gunsmith, nor am I a professional YouTuber. So,
I don't know what piece is that.
well,
Is that?
did you just throw that on the ground?
Well, I would say I threw it. I definitely dropped it. That looks like that piece.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how that was on there.
All right. Yeah, that is
Some light for surgery.
that little piece there. That hooks in. Got a little, I don't know if I'm on camera here or not, a little hook here. Goes in and hooks into the trigger spring. So,
Okay.
just reverse everything. Come on, work with me here. Back into this incredibly clean gun. I'm going to bust your chops on that for a while, by the way.
Well, you don't want to see my old SIG then, because it was, I know I was 6,000 rounds without a cleaning.
I don't go 500 rounds without a cleaning, but some would say I'm a little obnoxious with that too. All right,
Looks like it's in there.
that's back in. Now, let's go back to all the little bitty parts. Put this spring back in here. Hard part is getting it back in that little hole where it goes. Or maybe it's not. Come on, work with me. All right. Get that back in. Put that back in there like that. That holds that spring in place now, so we don't have to worry about it flying out
All
anymore.
right.
All right. I'm about to kick the tripod here. Try not to do that. So from here, this is what I'm looking for. Put this little, I don't know if I'm on camera or not, put this little spring back in here. Now, it is easier, I've been told, if you hold this up and then put this in this way.
Oh, yeah.
That
Good
way you
trick.
don't lose your spring.
Good trick.
Here it is. Press it down, press that back in place. Make sure it works right. And we're good to go there. All right. Roll pins. Back into place here. Then
Flashlight's hot.
what I like to do is switch to the rubber. Of course, that would be the wrong side. Nope, not gonna come off there. Okay, so we'll just use a pin, or a punch, I mean. So I don't want to hit your frame. And you know what I just did?
You just pop that out.
Well, that's fine there, I'm not worried about that. But what I just did was I put the wrong roll pin in there.
I was going to ask if they were different roll pins.
So I did that on purpose. That was me.
Show us what not to do?
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right,
Yep,
all right.
yep,
Works
yep,
for
yep,
me.
yep. Yep. Oh yeah, that looks much better.
That looks better.
Make sure those are even on both sides.
Okay.
Got that under control. All right. Going to put this back roll pin in so that we can hold that in place. All right, good on both sides there. Go ahead and put this back on now. Come on, work with me. I say that a lot, I feel like.
Does that need to go the other way?
Nope, you just got to pull the trigger back at the same time. There we are. There we go. Good.
Okay.
All right, now. Just gonna rotate that back in place. Let that lay there. Now the fun part is getting all of this stuff here lined up to where we can get
That pin through.
that pin back through. One thing I like to do.
Somebody's getting after it out there.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm on camera here. I'm trying to. What's that? We put that on just a second. There we go. So sometimes if you can find something that's about the size of the pin you're going to
Use that to push through.
you can use that kind of like a slave pin. Now, back out there a little bit. There's this little bar here.
Yeah.
This little spring has to go on top of that.
Okay, okay.
Because if not, then your
Slide release, whatever you want to call it.
stop release, yeah, isn't going to work correctly. You won't have the spring tension on it. So let me. I'll just use the light rubber because it'll fit on this side. No, it won't either. Oh, man, that thing must really be in there. Needed something to try to grab a hold of it with. I was just wanting to use. Here, I'll just do it this way. Looks like it's in there to me. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the install there. We'll get this thing put back together. I'm going to get the camera moved, and then we'll go do some trigger stuff. And
There is nobody out there,
Yeah,
so it is a safe direction.
yeah. So we'll go outside, get the camera on the trigger, and go from there. See you in a minute. Okay, so here it is. That's the dynamic performance trigger from Walther. I got it in gray because I like a little different. Anyway, so here we go with, let's see, make sure you can see that.
Yeah, here you go.
So there's almost no take up. Let's do it again. Voila, and then here's the reset. Almost no reset. I'm excited to try to shoot this. Okay, cool deal. We're gonna put it on pause. I'm gonna set up the targets again, and I'm gonna run those drills again, and then we'll go to the gun shop and get at that, and then me and John's gonna go smoke a cigar. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, everybody, we got the new trigger in. I showed you the travel and the reset and all that. So now, like I said, I'm gonna redo those five draw to first shots, 3 build drills, and then I'll go down to the gun shop and I will have them do the gauge test on it, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Draw to first shot. Oh, You got to be loaded first, folks. That's good because I felt really, I was unsure how that trigger was going to feel, and so I got all janky. All right, that's a 1.38. All right, here we go. That is a 1.27. And I gotta say, just those 2 shots there, I don't know. Let's do a couple more. All right, number 3. I missed that one. I gotta be honest with you, I was really expecting this big change in the way this feels.
Yeah.
I really was. And maybe it does if I do something slow.
Right.
But trying to do something fast like this, I'm really not feeling any kind of difference between a flat face and a curve. So I think where this trigger really is going to help is more in your splits than it is your speed, your first shot. I think that's where it's going to help the most. So what is this, number 4? 1.24.
Number 4.
That's a 1.26. Number 5. A 1.29.
Bill drill.
Bill drill. What do we got left here? We got enough for 2 bill drills. All right, here we go. A trigger froze on that one. 2.48 for a total. So we're at draw the first shot of 1.4, 0.23, 0.19, 0.20, 0.27, 0.19. Yeah, I don't know what had that second shot. My finger, I don't know if it's the difference in the flat versus.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, it really kind of weirded me out. 2.15, a 1.2, 0.22, 0.19, 0.20, 0.18, 0.16.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the splits are, it's going to take some getting used to on this trigger.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, doing the draw to first shot, I really wasn't noticing a difference. Mm-hmm. But in this trying to get the splits.
When I put the Timney in my 34, it made a world of difference, and it took me a while to learn that I didn't have to smash the trigger so hard.
Yeah.
You know, and so I was throwing shots low with it.
Okay, see, and I'm kind of
throwing shots low because I was used to the stock Glock trigger pull.
Yeah.
And then I threw that Timney straight into it, and it was just like I'd mash it. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm kind of all over this target here. So, all right, last one, and then we're going to call it a day. a 2.13. Ooh, wow, 1.15, 0.23, 0.20, 0.18, 0.20, 0.17. All right, folks, there we have it. I'm going to have to do some dry fire with this trigger and just kind of, I guess, maybe get used to it. As of right now, I really like this trigger. I'm going to go get the gauge tester on it here. And John, thanks for your help, man. I really appreciate you. And y'all have a good day. Merry Christmas, and stay safe.